We're talking about a small but mighty coin, the 1981 mint marked Jefferson Nickel. Now, you might be surprised to learn that some of these seemingly ordinary nickels could be worth millions of dollars. So, what's the story behind this? Let's break it down. The Jefferson Nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. It features Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his famous estate, Monticello, on the reverse. Designed by Felix Schlag, the nickel has been a key part of U.S. currency for decades. But today, we're not just talking about any Jefferson nickel, we're zooming in on the 1981 mint mark version. This coin comes from the Philadelphia Mint, which is marked with a P right on the side of Monticello. So, what makes the 1981 mint marked Jefferson Nickel special? Well, in 1981, over 600 million of these coins were produced at the Philadelphia Mint. While that's a large number, only a small percentage have extreme rarity, or errors that could make them worth a fortune. Some of these coins may have been struck with errors, like double dies, off-center strikes, or misaligned minting. Coins with such errors often fetch big prices at auctions, and this is where it gets exciting. Now, let's talk about why these coins can be worth millions. While the standard 1981 Jefferson Nickel in average circulated condition might only be worth face value, high-grade specimens in uncirculated or mint state condition can sell for thousands, or even millions at auction. Coins that have been graded by professional services like pcgs or NGC with the highest possible grades, usually MS67 or higher, are incredibly rare. These coins are often called condition rarities because finding a coin in perfect condition from such a large mintage is extremely difficult. In fact, a 1981 Jefferson Nickel in near-perfect condition sold for a jaw-dropping price at a recent auction. These top-grade coins are so scarce that collectors are willing to pay big money to get their hands on them. In some cases, rare coins like these have fetched upwards of $1 million, especially when they are one of the highest-graded examples known to exist. So, how do you know if your 1981 Jefferson Nickel is worth anything close to $1 million? First, check the condition of the coin. The fewer the scratches, nicks, or wear, the better. If you think you've got a pristine coin, consider sending it to a professional grading service. Once graded, the value of your coin can be determined. If it's a high-grade specimen, you could be looking at a serious payday. If you're lucky enough to find one of these rare 1981 Jefferson Nickels, your best bet for selling is through major auction houses or online platforms like eBay or Heritage Auctions. Make sure to get your coin professionally appraised and graded first. So, who knew that a nickel could be worth millions? Keep an eye out for that 1981 Jefferson Nickel in your change, because you just might be holding on to a small fortune. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. You never know what treasures you might discover next. We're talking about a coin that might be sitting in your pocket right now, the 1995 Jefferson Nickel, a coin that's skyrocketing in value and has collectors buzzing. Could it really be worth millions of dollars? Let's find out. The Jefferson Nickel was first minted in 1938, but the 1995 is one of those that often flies under the radar, until now. So, what makes this particular nickel stand out? Let's dig into its history and potential value. Back in 1995, the Philadelphia Mint produced hundreds of millions of Jefferson Nickels. These coins feature the iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the front, designed by Felix Schlag. On the reverse, we have the classic image of Monticello, Jefferson's famous home. But what sets the 1995 apart? The Philadelphia Mint used a P mint mark to identify its nickels, and while most of these coins are common, a few have been found with unique errors and high-quality mint states that make them extremely valuable. Errors and dyed varieties can turn an ordinary coin into a jackpot. For the 1995 Jefferson Nickel, collectors are on the lookout for certain striking errors like double dies off-center strikes, and other rare imperfections. These mistakes happen during the minting process, but they create a unique coin that becomes highly sought after by collectors. Some of these error coins have sold for thousands, even millions, at auctions. Of course, condition is everything in the world of coin collecting. The 1995 P. Jefferson Nickles in high mint state grades, like MS-67 or higher, are incredibly valuable. Graded by organizations like pcgs or NGC, these coins can fetch jaw-dropping prices. Recently, a top-quality 1995 P. Jefferson Nickel sold for over $1 million at auction, thanks to its pristine condition and rare error. So, there you have it. The 1995 P. Jefferson Nickel might be more than just pocket change. If you find the right combination of errors, high condition, and a bit of luck, your nickel could be worth millions. Check your change, search your collections, and who knows, you might just strike it rich. We're diving into the fascinating history of the 1996 D-Mint Mark Jefferson Nickel. You might be surprised to learn that some of these little nickels are worth millions of dollars. Yep, you heard that right, millions. Stick around to find out why, and how you might have one hiding in your change right now. Before we talk about the big bucks, let's take a brief look at the history of the Jefferson Nickel. Introduced in 1938, this 5-cent coin replaced the Buffalo nickel, featuring a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. The reverse of the coin shows Jefferson's iconic Virginia home, Monticello. Designed by Felix Schlag, this coin has been in circulation for decades, but some specific years, like 1996, hold hidden gems for collectors. So what makes the 1996 D. Jefferson Nickel special? Well, the D stands for the Denver Mint, where this particular coin was produced. In 1996, the Denver Mint struck over 825 million Jefferson Nickels, so on the surface, these coins seem pretty common. But like many coins, there are rare variations, mint errors, and conditions that make certain coins stand out. And that's where the potential for big money comes in. Now, let's talk about why a 1996 D. Jefferson Nickel could be worth millions. What makes a regular nickel worth so much? The answer lies in the rare minting errors. Some of the most valuable Jefferson Nickels have unique errors that happen during the minting process. These errors include asterisk condition is another major factor when it comes to a coin's value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, mint condition coin. Most coins that end up being worth a fortune are those that are in pristine condition, often graded MS-65 or higher. If you have a 1996 D. Jefferson Nickel with an error and in top condition, you could be looking at a serious payday. Asterisk. So, how much have these coins sold for? Well, some rare Jefferson Nickels from other years have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and the 1996 D Mint Era versions are known to hit six-figure prices, too. But under the right circumstances, with a unique error and mint condition, some of these coins are estimated to be worth even millions in today's market. Recently, a rare Jefferson Nickel fetched a jaw-dropping price in an auction, showcasing just how sought-after these coins can be. Now, you're probably wondering, how can I find one of these rare nickels in my collection? The key is to look for mint errors. Get yourself a good magnifying glass, inspect your 1996 D nickels carefully, and keep an eye out for off-center strikes, doubled letters, or unusual marks. And remember, if you think you've found something special, it's worth getting your coin professionally graded to determine its true value. Asterisk. So there you have it, the 1996 D Jefferson Nickel, a seemingly ordinary coin that could potentially be worth millions of dollars if you find the right variation. Have you checked your collection yet? If not, what are you waiting for? Drop a comment below if you think you've got a rare coin or if you have questions about coin collecting in general. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more coin collecting tips and stories that could change your life. Asterisk. We're diving into an incredible find, the 1996 P Mint Mark Jefferson Nickel. You won't believe this coin's history and why it could be worth millions of dollars today. First, let's talk about the basics. The 1996 Jefferson Nickel was minted in Philadelphia, as indicated by the P Mint mark on the coin. It was part of the Jefferson Nickel series that began all the way back in 1938, with Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, gracing the obverse side. These coins feature a portrait of Jefferson on the front and his famous home, Monticello, on the back. But what makes the 1996p version so special? While millions of these coins were produced, certain ones have turned out to be extremely rare, sending collectors into a frenzy. Let's take a quick look at the history of the 1996p Jefferson Nickel. Over 828 million of these coins were struck at the Philadelphia Mint that year. On the surface, it seems like just another year for the Jefferson Nickel, right? Well, not quite. There's something unique about some of these coins. The Philadelphia Mint produced a handful of era coins and high-grade specimens that collectors would love to get their hands on. Whether it's mis-strikes, off-center strikes, or the preservation of an ultra-high-grade coin, the value skyrockets. A few pristine examples of these 1996p nickels have sold for jaw-dropping amounts in auctions. So, why would a 1996p Jefferson nickel be worth millions? The answer lies in condition and rarity. Coins graded in extremely high condition, such as those receiving an MS-67 or higher grade, can fetch enormous prices. In fact, just one perfectly preserved 1996p Jefferson nickel in MS-68 or MS-69 condition could be worth a fortune at auction due to its rarity. Additionally, some era coins, those that have unusual features due to mistakes in the minting process, can also fetch high prices. Collectors love these oddities, and if you find a 1996p Jefferson nickel with errors like double strikes, die cracks, or even off-center strikes, it could be worth much more than just 5 cents. Now, let's talk about auction results. In recent years, high-grade 1996p Jefferson nickels have sold for thousands, and even the potential for millions in future sales exists if the coin meets the right conditions. For instance, a 1996p Jefferson nickel in near-perfect MS-68 grade has already sold for over $5,000 in the past. As demand for rare Jefferson nickels continues to grow, there's no telling how high the prices could climb for that perfect, elusive coin. If you're wondering how to spot a potentially valuable 1996p Jefferson nickel, here's what you should look for. First, the condition. Is the coin flawless, or nearly flawless, without scratches or wear? Check the mint luster and sharpness of the design details, especially the strike quality of Jefferson's portrait and the Monticello building. Also, errors can add tremendous value. Look closely for misalignments, doubling of the design, or any unusual marks that suggest a minting mistake. These imperfections, though rare, are what collectors dream of. So, could you be holding on to $1 million coin without even knowing it? If you have any 1996p Jefferson nickels in your collection, take a closer look. Whether it's a flawless, high-grade example or a rare minting error, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Remember, always get your coins professionally graded to maximize their value. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want more coin collecting tips and valuable finds, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Who knows, maybe your next pocket change could be worth millions. Until next time, happy collecting. We're talking about a coin that has sparked massive interest, the 1998 D-Mint Mark Jefferson Nickel. Could this humble coin be worth millions of dollars? Let's find out. First, let's take a look at the coin itself. The Jefferson Nickel has been a staple of American currency since 1938, featuring the profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home, on the reverse. So, why the 1998 D-Mint mark, and why are people talking about this particular coin being worth millions? In 1998, the U.S. Mint in Denver produced millions of these nickels. The D-Mint mark located on the right side of Monticello shows that the coin was minted in Denver. While the production numbers for this year weren't particularly low, there's more to the story. The 1998 D Jefferson Nickel isn't necessarily rare because of its mintage numbers, but certain varieties and unique errors have made collectors take notice. The value of a coin can skyrocket if it's part of a limited error batch or if it has a striking flaw. When it comes to error coins, mistakes made during the minting process can make a coin extremely rare and desirable to collectors. Some known errors that could impact the value of a 1998 Jefferson nickel include misstrikes, double dies, and off-center strikes. But here's where it gets exciting. Some collectors and auction houses have reported unconfirmed rumors of a 1998 Jefferson nickel with a unique, one-of-a-kind error that could be worth millions. Though these are largely speculative, similar situations have happened with other coins in the past. Check if the front of the coin shows any doubling on Jefferson's face or the date. Look for coins where the image is not properly aligned. Anything that looks out of place, such as planchet errors or lamination flaws. If your 1998 Jefferson nickel shows any of these signs, it's time to get it professionally evaluated. Coins with such errors can go for thousands, or in some cases, even millions, at auctions. Over the years, coins similar to the 1998 Jefferson nickel have fetched staggering prices at auction. In 2019, a rare 1964 Jefferson nickel with a minting error sold for $32,900, and other nickels with unique errors have gone for even more. And while there's no confirmed $1 million 1998 Jefferson nickel just yet, who knows? It only takes one exceptional coin to set a record and turn an ordinary pocket find into a millionaire's dream. So, is your 1998 Jefferson nickel hiding an error worth millions? It's time to check those change jars, folks. Whether it's a valuable mint error or a well-preserved coin in uncirculated condition, you never know what treasure you might have. If you learned something new today, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next video on rare and valuable coins. We're going to talk about an extraordinary find, the 2006 Mint marked Jefferson nickel that could be worth millions of dollars. That's right, if you have one of these coins lying around, you might be sitting on a small fortune. Let's break down the history, key features, and what makes this coin so special. You won't want to miss this. Before we get into the 2006 Mint marked Jefferson nickel, let's go back in time. The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. It features an iconic design with Thomas Jefferson on the front and Monticello, Jefferson's home, on the reverse. The nickel underwent a major design update in 2004 and 2005 to celebrate the Lewis and Clark bicentennial, but in 2006, the coin returned to a modified classic design, Jefferson facing forward for the first time in history. The 2006 Jefferson nickel, minted in Philadelphia, stands out for a few reasons. First, the design by Felix Schlag features a modern twist on Jefferson's portrait, with a more detailed and realistic representation compared to earlier versions. On the reverse, Monticello is back, looking crisper than ever. But here's what really sets it apart. Some 2006 Jefferson nickels have unique errors, and if you're lucky enough to own one of these error coins, you could be holding a piece worth millions. How does a common nickel end up being worth millions of dollars? The key lies in rare minting errors or varieties that make where parts of the design from one side of the coin are imprinted onto the other side due to a malfunction during the minting process. Coins that aren't perfectly centered when struck, resulting in a visibly shifted image. A doubling of certain design features, making the text or parts of the portrait appear doubled. These errors are incredibly rare, and when they appear on a 2006 Jefferson nickel, the value skyrockets. We're talking thousands, or even millions of dollars at auction. Make sure it's a P for Philadelphia. Look closely at the coin using a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Check for off-center strikes, die clashes, or double dies. The better the condition, the higher the value. A coin in mint condition, or graded as MS65 or higher, will always fetch more at auction. If you suspect you have a rare error coin, it's worth sending it to a professional grading service like pcgs or NGC for authentication and grading. Believe it or not, some 2006 Jefferson nickels with these rare errors have sold for mind-blowing amounts. At high-end auctions, error coins from this year have reached prices in the hundreds of thousands, and certain ultra-rare examples could push well into the millions. That's why coin collectors around the world are eager to find these hidden treasures. So, there you have it. The 2006 Jefferson nickel might seem like just another coin, But if you find one with a rare error, it could change your life. Be sure to double-check your collection, and don't underestimate the value of coins you come across in everyday change. You could be holding a fortune in the palm of your hand. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest coin collecting tips and updates. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! We're diving into a coin that might be hiding in your pocket change right now, the 2007 Mint Mark Jefferson Nickel. Could this seemingly ordinary coin actually be worth millions of dollars? Let's find out. First, let's talk about the history of the Jefferson Nickel. The Jefferson Nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, it has been a staple of American currency ever since. But in 2007, something unique happened with the Jefferson Nickel minted in Philadelphia, the Mint Mark version. In 2007, over 600 million of these coins were produced at the Philadelphia Mint. That's a pretty high number, so why would one of these coins be worth millions? Well, it all comes down to rare errors and unique features. First, let's focus on the Mint Mark. While mint marks generally just tell us where a coin was made, some coins minted in certain years with specific mint marks are known for having rare errors. These errors are what can make a coin incredibly valuable. One of the most sought-after errors in the 2007 Jefferson Nickel is the double die error. This happens when the coin is struck more than once, leading to a doubled image on the coin. It's subtle, but collectors are willing to pay a premium for these kinds of errors. And if you happen to find a 2007 Jefferson Nickel with this error in pristine condition, it could be worth thousands, or even millions at auction. Why would someone pay millions for a coin like this? The answer lies in the world of high-end coin collectors. Some rare, error coins have been sold for record-breaking prices at auctions, and a 2007 Jefferson Nickel with the right error and in perfect condition could easily fetch a life-changing amount of money. So, how do you know if your 2007 nickel is special? First, carefully examine the coin under a microscope or magnifying glass. Look for any doubling in the design, especially around the date, lettering, or Jefferson's face. Also, check for off-center strikes or other minting mistakes, which could make your coin even more valuable. If you think you've found a rare error coin, it's important to have it authenticated and graded by a professional service like pcgs or NGC. The higher the grade, the more valuable your coin could be. Coins in higher grades, like Mint State 65 or higher, can command top dollar. In fact, a Mint State 2007 Jefferson Nickel with a rare error could potentially reach the $1 million mark, depending on its rarity and demand in the market. So, the next time you're going through your change or that old coin jar, make sure to keep an eye out for the 2007 Jefferson Nickel. You never know, you could be holding a coin worth millions of dollars. Thanks for watching, coin enthusiasts. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos about rare coins and their hidden treasures. Happy hunting, and who knows, maybe you'll be the next to discover a $1 million coin. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 2008 Mint Mark Jefferson Nickel, a coin that has collectors buzzing. The Jefferson Nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, it featured Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his home, Monticello, on the reverse. But what makes the 2008 Jefferson Nickel so special? First, let's talk about the Mint Mark. This indicates that the coin was minted in Denver. In 2008, the Denver Mint produced millions of Jefferson Nickels, but there's a rare twist. Certain versions of this coin have become highly sought after, and we'll explain why. Like most coins, the 2008 nickel was mass-produced. However, what collectors and experts look for are unique variations and minting errors. In rare cases, coins may have died breaks, doubled dies, or other defects that make them extremely valuable. The rarity of these minting mistakes is what drives the price up, sometimes into the millions. In recent years, rare Jefferson Nickels with minting errors, especially from the Denver Mint, have fetched jaw-dropping prices at auctions. collectors are willing to pay millions of dollars for coins in perfect condition or with rare flaws. Of course, condition is everything when it comes to value. A flawless, uncirculated 2008 Jefferson Nickel with an error can easily become a collector's dream. Grading services like pcgs or NGC provide official ratings, and the higher the grade, the higher the value. But don't get too excited just yet. Not every 2008 Jefferson Nickel is worth millions. Most of them are worth face value. The key is finding the ones with minting errors or those in flawless condition that collectors will pay a fortune for. So, how can you tell if you have $1 million coin in your pocket? Start by carefully inspecting your 2008 Jefferson Nickles. Look for errors, doubling on the letters, or any unusual marks. Even the smallest detail could mean your nickel is worth a fortune. The 2008 Jefferson Nickel may seem ordinary, but in the world of coin collecting, it could be a hidden treasure. So next time you come across a Jefferson Nickel, take a closer look. It might just change your life. We're talking about a very specific coin, the 2010 D-Mint Mark Jefferson Nickel. Stick around to learn its history, what makes it unique, and why some people believe it might be worth a fortune. The Jefferson Nickel is one of the most recognized coins in American currency. First minted in 1938, it replaced the Buffalo nickel and featured the third President of the United States, Thomas Jefferson, on the obverse side. But what makes the 2010 D version so special? In 2010, the Denver Mint produced millions of Jefferson Nickels, marked by the D Mint mark, which signifies where it was struck. At first glance, these nickels seem like any other, but there's something you should know about certain coins from this year. What sets apart these coins is not just their age or common appearance. Rare errors or unique characteristics on some of these 2010 D nickels could skyrocket their value to collectors, even into the millions. Coins with mint errors, like doubled dies, planchet errors, or misalignments, can be extremely valuable. These types of mistakes are rare, and when they occur, collectors are willing to pay big bucks for them. If you find a 2010 D Jefferson Nickel with an error, especially one that's still in mint condition, it could be worth way more than face value. We're talking thousands, or even millions, if the error is one of a kind. In recent years, rare Jefferson Nickels with mint errors have been sold for tens of thousands of dollars at auctions. While it's rare, a flawless 2010 D nickel with a notable error could potentially reach even higher bids in the right market. So, what should you look for? Things like doubling on Jefferson's portrait or the lettering, off-center strikes, or any other unusual features. Even the smallest anomaly could mean the difference between a 5-cent coin and a jackpot.